of Beer for Breakfast ABV. I am Danielle from Marty and Danielle's on Mornings on 91X. As always, I have my beer drinking partner in crime with me, Paul Segura, brewmaster from Karl Strauss, and we've got a pretty important brewery with us today. Pizza Port Brewing, the 23rd annual Strong Ale Fest is this weekend, and I can't think of a better way to pregame for it than to have these lovely individuals here. We've got Jesse, the events coordinator, Jilly, our senior sales and brand manager, and then of course Mike, head brewer for Carlsbad Pizza Port. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, good to have you guys on the show.
Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers to the 23rd
23 years.
Strong Ale Fest. Awesome. So before we get into the strong beers, I wanted to start a little light. Expression Session 5.2. Tell me all about this, Mike.
It's wet hop mosaic, really light layered malts. It dried out to under 2 Plato, and
it is dry.
Those oils will, from those wet hops, will kind of fill your palate and make it a little bit softer and a little bit less bitterness than with pelletized hops. And hope you like it.
It's great.
It is still super fruity.
Cheers.
You get all the like tropical flavors and aromas from it.
And it's only 5.2%, so we can drink 13 of them.
I like that.
I'm down.
Baker's dozen.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Baker's dozen.
I tell you what, ever since the session IPA thing really became like a style that happens quite frequently, it's the one that I go to more times than not.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Because it's great to just have that, that nice balance. Because, you guys don't know anything about making insanely strong beers. I certainly do not see massively strong beers every time I go to Pizza Port.
I will say the first time we ever ran our canning line was the day of Strong Ale, I don't know, 6 years ago or whatever. And I remember the team from Bressie showed up with a case of Ponto cans like on their shoulder, and it was like everything stopped and there was just light shining on them, and they were like walking in with their session beers, just super excited, and we were like, yes, because we were surrounded by beers over 8%.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to go session and take it up a notch. West Coast IPA, this is a collaboration that you guys did with Alpine Brewing. Guys who know absolutely nothing about how to make a great IPA.
Right. Those guys.
Those McElhennys, they don't know anything about great beers. International Dankster. Oh, that's nice, Mike.
It smells good and hoppy. Can't wait to dive into this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Sean came down for this one. He actually
wow.
wrote the recipe for this beer.
Sean, it's awful. I don't know what you
I hate this beer.
made this beer.
It's super orangey. Did you guys use like, I don't know, what's in this? Simcoe Citra,
It was
Amarillo?
It was Simcoe Citra, Mosaic, and Southern Cross.
Southern Cross, all right.
Yeah, so we
This
got some
is
really good
super
Southern
good.
Cross right now from Freestyle Farms that we've been using. I've been real happy with them, kind of playing around with them. But
Yeah.
Some good fruity hops
Keep
coming out
doing
of
that.
Aussie land.
We also have a double IPA that we're going to be releasing at Strong Ale that we brewed at Alpine. And he's going to bring down a couple kegs of that, so that'll be something really
This
cool.
is seriously one of the best West Coast IPAs I've had in a while.
Oh, thank you,
I
man.
love this.
Appreciate that.
And this is good.
Yeah, thank you.
It's one of the kings right here.
So when you do collaborations and you go to the other brewer's brewery, is it kind of like playing on a whole new set of toys?
No, you really don't do much. To be quite honest.
It's normally the host that does all the work.
Yeah.
And
It's
then to hang
normally
out
the
and drink
assistant
awesome
that
beer.
does all the work.
Oh no, I saw this great meme
yeah.
that was like, oh guys, we're doing a collaboration beer, and it's just like the sales and marketing people hanging out drinking, and there's like the assistant brewers acting totally like,
She's looking at me when she said
oh no,
that.
I was thinking of myself when I've also been on collaboration brews, and I'm like, nah.
No, I'm always like, like places like Solana where or wherever you're stirring a paddle. I'm like, I got this, and I'll stir it twice.
The
and I'm
one
like, I'm
picture,
so
just
good.
in time for a picture, and then
Arms
you're like, I'm
are
done.
just, no bueno, can't do it.
So is this one going to be at Strong Ale Fest or just the double IPA?
Well, it'll be next door at the restaurant,
Okay.
but this doesn't meet the criteria because
Strong
it's
Ale has to be at
not
least
over
8%.
8%.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, can we go over the criteria of
Yeah.
what the criteria for Strong Ale Fest is?
It's an 8% beer. We're honestly any style you want to bring in. We try to make it as versatile as possible. It's not just all barley wine and stuff. So there's rad double IPAs, rad sours, rad Russian Imperial stouts. Whatever you're drinking, as long as it's over 8% and delicious, we'll take it.
Can it be a lager?
Yeah. I actually do have an Imperial Pilsner and an Imperial Black Lager on the
All right.
Woo! And are these only beers from the Pizza Port family, or do you guys extend this out to other breweries as well?
No. So there's over 60 taps on, and it's from all over the nation. So we have Fatheads coming in. We have Three Floyds this year, Boneyards, tons of awesome, amazing Pine House Pizza out of Texas. Yeah, tons of awesome.
So you guys
big
switch
names.
it up a little bit each year.
We do, yeah. We just reach out to our friends, anyone we think is making amazing beers and that we have a good relationship with. We try and reach out and grab some of their rare, awesome stuff. But it's definitely invitational, so yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Strong Ale
So
Fest
you gotta be
is
a
in
cool
Carlsbad. Take the train.
Everybody's a cool. Definitely take the train.
Take the train.
Yes.
It's like half a mile away from the fest, and you'll
Sweet
love us.
Stumble
there.
back
mystery
to
of
the
life.
train.
Yeah,
You're
or
gonna
buy a
get
hotel.
cross-eyed.
Hotel's good too.
Yeah. Take it from somebody who's been there many, many times. Take the train.
Take the
You're
train.
gonna get faded. You're gonna get cross-eyed.
That's just a general rule.
Or get a
The best
Absolutely.
way to come to
Yeah.
Pizza Port, especially if you're going to Carlsbad or Solana, is to take the train.
Or Uber or Lyft or whatever.
Yeah, there's so many options.
Basically,
so.
just please don't go to Strong Ale Fest and drive back home.
No.
Absolutely not.
It's irresponsible, and
Yeah.
then you don't get to enjoy more beer for breakfast, and that's a bummer all the way around. Before we get into your guys' super big Strong Ale Fest beer that you brought in today, let's take it down a notch, just a smidge. This table beer that you guys have, Grow a Pear.
Yes.
These are roasted pears from Vince's Pear Ranch in Julian, is
Yes.
that right?
Yes, correct.
Is he living out there these days?
No.
You'd think.
Spends a lot of time out
Is
there.
there a lot?
The master driver.
Yeah, he likes to drive back and forth from Carlsbad to Julian every day.
Oh my gosh!
But yeah,
So he has a pear farm. That's awesome.
yeah.
I mean, in the land of apples.
Yeah. So
One way to stand out, you know?
yeah, so
Okay.
it's Belgian table beer, and it was Vince brought me down a whole bunch of pears, and Sam Parker, executive chef, roasted them for me in a charcoal oven, and then I juiced them and added them to the bright beer. So it's real light, real clean, just Pilsner malt with some oats and some wheat and a little bit of acidulated, and then added real dry beer, and then I added the pear juice back in to get a little bit of fruitiness and kind of blend with that spiciness of that Belgian yeast.
Yeah, that yeast
I
is
get-
awesome.
I was just gonna say, I get all the aromas from that Belgian character, right?
Right.
And it's got a little bit pear mingled in with that.
Yeah, really. I mean,
If it tastes like it smells, I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna take that growler home.
yeah.
Well, it's interesting because, as he was saying, you smell it and you get all of those smells off
Yeah.
of it.
Oh, good
but when
Lord.
you drink it, it's not like this, bam, pear in your face. It's like a nice little,
This would have been good for Thanksgiving.
oh, yeah, it would have.
Yes.
Maybe Christmas.
I mean, it's good just as it is.
I feel like I've been doing a disservice to it by not drinking it regularly. Why didn't you tell me?
This is extremely Jillable. Yeah, I would Jill the heck out of this.
So Belgian table beer. Can you give me what the Reader's Digest? What's a table beer?
It's just a real light, low ABV, Belgian style. Sorry, you kind of caught me off guard there.
No.
But yeah,
beers
there's
has
not really much to it,
Yeah.
So
It's like
no.
the Chianti in the basket of. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
Totally joking.
But yeah, it's real light malts and that Belgian spicy bubblegummy yeast.
Yes. Bubblegum, a little bit white pepper in there.
Yeah.
I think you're making it easier than it really is to get the right ester profile, so it's not super fruity and super aggressive.
Yeah.
You've got the ester profile dialed in on this.
I was going to
Oh,
say
thank
not
you.
too bubblegummy because
Right.
sometimes,
Yeah.
It's overpowering.
right.
Yeah, and it's just the right amount of pear. Finishes slightly sweet.
such a
this
good
is a
food
fun beer, man.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
this is super great. I have a question because I've been staring at this entire time. Have you always had the mixed 12-pack?
For what, 4 years?
Yeah, we've
Okay.
changed it up a couple times.
Is that what's going on? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, why?
We've changed the contents and we've changed the art.
Okay.
So now it's basically like an IPA pack, but then when your palate is kind of exhausted and you just want one more beer, there's some California honey in there to just.
Mellow you on out.
But yeah, you
There's
can
a
get
little
them at our
something for
pubs, you
everybody
can
in
get
there.
them at retail, yeah.
A lot of love in there.
That's a sexy
so much
box.
love. You know, we just want
Hey,
people
now.
to
Go
feel
for
like
it.
they're,
Keep it clean.
they're
That-
sitting on the
that's
beach,
nothing
drinking
but
their
clean.
beers, watching the sunset.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
the true
Port.
Pizza Port experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm going to pour our super high octane beer. Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Alrighty.
So the chickpea was neither a chick nor a pea.
Oh no!
Why do we drive on a parkway and park in a drive?
Oh my
That's
gosh,
a
Mike,
great
this looks
question.
like motor oil. Wow!
Yeah,
What is this?
it's gonna be dark.
What in the world am I pouring right now?
It's gonna get real dark right now.
Yeah. Ooh, this looks ominous.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
definitely gonna be a switch. Switching gears here.
All right,
I'm
so
lagging on my beers here. I need to kill
You're
these.
killing it.
well, because they're so great, you want to savor them. All right, so this guy, Knight Rider,
Yes.
Imperial Stout, looks kind of motor oily.
Yes. Very
Smells
dark.
delicious though.
Yeah. There's actually 22 different malts in this beer now.
Holy cow.
So yeah.
Damn.
Should have added 23.
Wow.
We should
Yeah.
for the
But,
23rd year of Strong Ale.
So
Can we
so
sprinkle
yeah, a lot of
something?
layered dark roasted malts, and yeah, this one's been around for a little while as our house crude yeast,
Nice.
and I actually like it when it gets like this. This one's about 8
Warm
months
it up.
old, and I really like the way that
I know,
this beer
right?
kind of ages. It gets a little bit smoother, and you still get all the flavors of all those deep, like complex, like roasted layered malts.
I get dark chocolate in the nose right off
Yeah.
the bat. A little bit
Yeah.
of coffee, some cocoa.
Yeah, there's a lot of like almost like that dark, like like baker's like bitter chocolate. thing
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes my eyes get.
And
really
what does this
big.
weigh in at?
11%.
It's 11%.
All right.
Just a little.
I'm glad you let it age for 8 months. The
Yeah.
flavors start to round out with a little bit of age.
Yeah, and also this is I don't sparge on this beer to hit that
So you're using
ABV.
just first runnings.
just first running. So,
Nice.
No.
When I think of like my early days of Pizza Port, this beer is very embedded in my
Very
brain.
close to your mind.
Yeah.
Shots after your shift.
Oh yeah, beer shots.
After, definitely.
After your shift.
Definitely after.
Oh wow.
It's got a pleasant fruitiness that's there as well. That
Yeah.
cruda yeast goes way back.
Oh yeah. It also
I do know.
it also has that really really nice like fruity like English kind of like bready thing. That
Yeah.
Just like an extra just compliment. To
It complements
dark
the
beers.
malt nicely.
Yeah.
And
And
if
I-
you're using 22 malts, it's gonna
Yeah.
bring it all out.
Yeah.
And when, the bottled strong ale blends that we used to do, like this was a key component in helping with the blending, and
Yeah.
Mike would put some barrel aged
Yeah.
variants of it in there and some of the fresh Knight Rider, and it just,
That will be out this year too.
Yay!
My strong ale blend
Nice.
will be out, and
Yep.
that will be. This year I used Jack Daniel barrels. So yeah.
never
so-
heard of her.
Getting wild.
So how do we get our hands on this strong ale blend?
You gotta come.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
come
come
to
to
the
the
fest.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you like that tie-up, guys?
It's like 3
Yeah.
2 days.
a little
Yeah.
tie-in.
You have 48 hours to
Uh,
get it together.
Where do we get our tickets for Strong Ale Fest?
Eventbrite.com for sure. There's still a couple left and up and running. GA will only be available at the door, or I'm sorry, VIP won't be available at the door, but you can still get GA. So make sure you go online and get Eventbrite before they sell out.
You want to do that.
You want to do that.
You want to do
And
that.
if you
Absolutely.
don't, what are
Yeah.
you doing with your life?
Well, you know.
Yeah.
And then go buy a train ticket.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like $5.50.
Well, and the great thing about
$6.50.
Strong Ale Fest is, the pizza's built in. You get
Yes.
you get hungry, go get some pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta lay the
Gallon
foundation.
get some more, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm hungry.
I
And
learned
there,
I learned the hard
there will
way.
also be some really, really good barbecue that we'll be doing. We'll be doing smoked brisket, smoked ribs.
Is this
With
is
Julian
is this-
Brewing and Barbecue,
is this
aka
Vince's barbecue?
Vince.
Oh, you
yeah.
So
You
good.
know. Okay, so by the way, sidebar, because I can't not mention this, Vince's barbecue was so good.
Good.
Dude,
Good.
the pizzas
Yeah.
are great and the beer's great, but the barbecue
It's
is
so good. I know.
You're killing it, Vince.
Yeah.
Jilly, Mike,
Rad.
Jesse, thank you guys
Cheers.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you
Cheers
guys
to
for
23
having us.
and
us.
Strong Ale.
Cheers.
Strong Ale.
Yes. Woo, woo.
Great job on this.
Guys.
I can see this getting better after a couple of years too.
Yeah.
No kidding. Remember, Friday morning, Paul comes on the morning show with Marty and I for Beer for Breakfast around 9:05. We will certainly be drinking some high-octane beers, too. We're going to start our own Strong Ale Fest before you guys start on Friday.
Yes.
3 games
Yeah.
or so.
I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there.
You can't say you've been drinking all day unless you start in the morning.
Also, you're going to, morning after the show, you're going to need it. You're going to need the Strong Ale. Just get back on the horse so that you can come to Carlsbad.
I love that. Thank you so much. Remember, at 91x.com, you can see previous episodes as well as that super awesome merch store that's got Beer for Breakfast beer merch in it. Go get your Beer for Breakfast beer merch. Cheers to independently owned radio and craft beer in San Diego.
Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
91X.